Welcome to Do I Dare to Eat a Peach? This is Rob Wells.
And this is Dan Wells.
Daniel, tell us what we're going to talk about today.
Today we're going to talk about food. And specifically, what we have found is, there's these lists all over. And if you're on Facebook, you've probably had a list very similar to this sent to you by several of your friends. This is a list of the 100 foods that every person needs to try before they die. And basically, this list, as far as I can tell, was just made up by, some nobody. I haven't been able to trace it back to its origin. So we're just getting it off of some food blog, and we're going to treat it as suspect as any list of top 100 can possibly be. And we're going to go through it very quickly and talk about what we've had and what we haven't, and what's good on it and what isn't on it, and things like that.
Yeah, and we're going to go through it pretty quick because we want to go through all 100, but rest assured, there's several things on the list that we've never even heard of that we won't be discussing. This is not an educational podcast.
Also, Rob and I are both teetotalers, and so there's several. There's like 15 or 20 alcohols on this list that obviously we have never tried and have no interest in. So we're going to skip over those too.
We're not only teetotalers, we're Mormons, and so we're going to skip over all the alcohol, all the coffee, and all the tea, which takes out a good third of this list.
Before we start the list, we ought to mention this is not ranked. This is 100 foods you need to try before you die, but they're not in any particular order. So it's not like there's a top one or anything. So we're just going to start here at the top of the list and head down. First one is venison. I've had venison. It's just different tasting beef. I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah, it's gamier tasting. I love elk. I think that elk is really fantastic.
Elk is really good.
Yeah, so I would replace venison with elk on this list.
Of the weird tasting four-legged animals. Yeah, elk. Yeah. I've had buffalo.
Buffalo's
or
good.
Bison, I guess. Elk's better.
I would say yes, elk's better because buffalo basically tastes like beef. I mean, it's leaner, but it's but who wants lean? You want fat in your meat. Gosh.
I've never had moose.
Nor have I.
Can you eat moose? I don't know. All of a sudden now I'm feeling guilty.
You can, because you can. I mean, you can eat bear. I mean, as long as you get the hunting permit.
Bear.
You
Is
have
bear on this list? Because I've had bear. I had a bear hamburger.
Really?
It was actually really good.
Where did you get a bear hamburger?
At the state fair. That's the whole reason we went to the state fair last year, is because they had a food kiosk that sold weird crap.
Really? Well, that's super awesome.
Bear hamburger, and we had python, and we had something else. I don't know. The python was lame. The bear was freaking awesome, though. So one day I will be eaten by a bear as karmic punishment for eating a bear.
That's
anyway,
true.
The next one here is nettle tea, which I don't know. The next one is
never heard of that. Never heard of nettle tea personally, but again, we don't drink tea. Although I've had Navajo tea, which is an herbal tea, and it's about as terrible as you can imagine. It's basically, I mean, and granted, I think this is what tea is.
What kind of herbs does it come from? Because you can't just call it Navajo tea because it's not made out of Navajos.
Well, but it is a thing called Navajo tea, and it's from, I don't know what it's from, but it's basically you have a bunch of sticks and you put them in water and heat it up. And
okay, now wait a minute.
It's awful.
Everyone says Navajo, and then you went and lived on a reservation for a while and came back and told me that it's pronounced Navajo. And so now I say Navajo, and now you're saying Navajo again.
No, I've always said Navajo.
But you told me that it was pronounced Navajo.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Okay, now I have to say Navajo again.
You have to say Navajo.
You are a lame-o. Okay.
Probably what I told you is that everyone in New Mexico pronounces everything in a very lazy sort of way.
Devoutly American way.
It's despite being, I loved New Mexico, and despite it being full of a million different cultures, it's all pronounced in a very lazy cowboy sort of way. So, like, I lived right next door to a town called, on paper, San Rafael, but it was San Rafael. And that was, I mean, that was kind of the way that everything was. Everything had this very Americanized pronunciation to it, and down there, if you were on the Navajo reservation, you're talking to Navajos, they would refer to themselves as Navajos or Dene, which is the real name. We're totally not even talking about food here, but but then you'd go off the reservation and they
Just hope
would
that
call it.
Navajo tacos ends up on this list at some point.
I don't think it does.
I
Anyway.
have to admit, though, I'm impressed that New Mexico saw fit to canonize a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well,
That
he's
says
a
a lot
pretty
about
great
them.
one. He's
Anyway, let's leave New Mexico and go to Old Mexico and talk about number 3 on our list, huevos rancheros.
Oh, but I think that's a New Mexico food.
No, I mean, just define huevos rancheros for me, because it's basically just eggs and salsa, right?
Okay, no, huevos rancheros in New Mexico
Okay.
is you have usually some kind of potato, but not necessarily. But then you have pinto beans, not refried, just pinto. And then you have eggs over easy, and then it is smothered in green chili. You can have it in
Okay.
red chili also, but the green chili is better. And it's not chili verde. It's green chili, which is
Green
a
chili, which is
specifically New
yeah.
Mexican thing.
So basically, it's a highly ritualized version of stuff that Mexicans just eat for breakfast.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So what is it in Mexico?
Well, it's called breakfast in Mexico. I lived in Mexico for 2 years. It's got, eggs and beans and chili, of course. I mean, you eat that for every meal, let alone breakfast. That's funny. And potatoes, you eat potatoes all the time too. So anyway, huevos rancheros, that's funny.
Yes.
That's like somebody saying, "Have you ever had cereal Americano?" And they're talking about cornflakes, and you have to add a specific fruit to it or something. I don't know. Anyway, huevos rancheros is a funny one to put on here, but any food, even partially related to Mexico, I will support on this list.
Yes, and anything with New Mexican green chili on it is fantastic.
I agree. By the way, we've been talking about food for several minutes now, and we've only gotten through 3 of our 100 things. So,
Don't worry, we'll go through the others quicker.
number 4, steak tartare. That is essentially raw ground beef.
Raw
And it's
ground.
very good. I've
Yeah.
had it. It's depending on how you get it prepared, it's fantastic.
See, I haven't had steak tartare. I've had what's the other raw beef one that comes in very thin strips and it's Italian?
I don't remember.
Carpaccio.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
had that?
fantastic. But
it is good. You have to make sure you get it at a good place. I mean, you can't just buy ground beef from the store and eat it raw. You have to get like a super nice steak, and then you kind of grind it up and put some seasonings in it and eat it. And it kind of tastes like cat food. You kind of feel, it doesn't taste like cat food, but you feel mentally as if I'm eating a plate of cat food. This is stupid, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
Okay. Crocodile. Number 5, crocodile. I've had one of the two, either crocodile or alligator, and I don't remember which it was.
I have had the same, and I'm pretty sure that it was alligator that I had, and it was as a sausage, and I think that that's kind of cheap, and so I don't know if I can even really qualify myself, because when you eat something as a sausage, it tastes like a sausage. It doesn't taste like the meat that...
Well, it's because they add a
Is
lot of
it?
seasonings to it.
Yeah.
I think you have to count sausage, though, because otherwise people who've had pork sausage would have to say they've never eaten pig before. That's stupid.
well, okay, fine. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't eaten alligator enough that I could say alligator tastes like X, because to me alligator tasted like the spices of sausage.
It tastes like frog.
Yum.
Yeah. So, number 6 on the list, black pudding.
I've never had black pudding.
I've never had black pudding either. Sorry, Scotland.
Love you.
I've had haggis. Is haggis on this list somewhere?
It is, I think.
Haggis is not as bad as people say it is.
That's what I understand. That haggis is mostly kind of basically like a shepherd's pie sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like oatmeal,
Yeah.
but with a bunch of sheep stuff in it.
Yum.
Okay, number 7 on the list, cheese fondue. Come on, people. Melted cheese. Why is that even on this list?
Well, I mean, you go to like a good fondue place, and they make a special cheese. I mean, it's better than just melted cheese. I mean, they put many varieties of cheese. They put some garlic in there. They put some spices, and it's good. It's excellent.
Okay. I suppose the experience of fondue is cooler than we give it credit for because of how popular it was in the 70s, and we have to make fun of the 70s.
Well, have you ever been to? I think it's a national chain, but the Melting Pot.
Nope.
It
I've always
is.
wanted to try it though because I hear it's very good.
It's stupidly expensive, and I've only been there on like my anniversary, but it's really, I mean, amazingly fantastic, and makes you wonder why they don't do fondue more often. Probably because it's expensive. That's why. But
Probably.
yeah, it's excellent.
Okay. I've had chocolate fondue as well. That's also very good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
dipping stuff in chocolate, that's not something we have to convince people to do.
No, no.
Number 8, carp. I've not
Uh,
had carp. I've had catfish, which is got to be pretty similar, right?
I don't know. Carp, I've always heard is a garbage fish. I was kind of
Well,
surprised to
those
see.
catfish, they're both bottom feeders.
Well, yeah, but I like. There's a lot of carp in the lakes out here in Utah, and back in the day when I used to fish, everyone would say you throw the carp back, but you eat the catfish. Everyone eats catfish, but
I I I bet carp and catfish are very similar.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I have no way to know. Apparently, it's supposed to be a food to eat before you die. But I've only ever heard bad things about it. So
Well, go out and try some carp then.
carp it up.
While you're at it, let's
Carpe
go get some
diem.
fried catfish.
Oh,
Carp.
yes,
Number 9, borscht.
borscht.
Borscht is I've never had borscht.
I've never had borscht either. Is that not a beet soup?
It is a beet soup from Russia.
Yum.
It is also what Mikhail Gorbachev spilled on his head.
Really?
Most people think that's a birthmark. It's actually borscht.
Well, it's hard to get beets. They stain. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, number 10, baba ganoush.
Baba
I've had
ganoush.
baba ganoush, and it's fantastic.
Okay, so what is baba ganoush? It's, I mean, other than an awesome word.
Other than an awesome word, well, here's the problem. There's several Mediterranean restaurants around town, and there's a fantastic one in Portland that I've been to, and baba ganoush is always on the sampler platter, and so I always order that, and I love everything on it, and I cannot honestly tell you which one is baba ganoush. It's not the grape leaves. I know that.
No, those are. I used to know the name for those, but I don't know.
They just call them like stuff wrapped in grape leaves.
Yeah.
That's not what it says on the menu. Because I don't own a Mediterranean restaurant. I totally would say that on the menu. I think it's just a sauce, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I think it's a I don't know. Anyway, I know I've had it and I know I loved it, but it was on sampler platters every time.
Well, there you go. There you go. Number 11, we've got calamari,
Which is squid,
and
and it's delicious.
it's fantastic. Now, here is something that I read recently in National Geographic magazine. They were talking about overfishing, and they were talking about what they were trying to project how the oceans would look 50 years from now. And they were saying that due to overfishing and due to just how the various species are able to repopulate themselves, 50 years from now, we'll all be eating a lot more squid. So we have that to look forward to because apparently squid
Oh,
are
yum.
very, very hardy and they can survive in many different climates and that they reproduce like rabbits. And in the future, we'll be eating a lot less tuna and we'll be eating a lot more calamari.
Yum. Also, squid are very intelligent, so they apparently will take over the world.
Apparently so.
I've had squid fried, and I've had squid in various other forms. It's cooked wrong. It's incredibly chewy,
Yes.
but cooked correctly, it is very soft and just wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you bread and fry anything, and it's fantastic. But even when it's not bread and fried, if you get someone to cook calamari for you well, ooh, it's good. Good, 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 good.
number
Plus,
12 on the list.
it's fun to eat
Oh,
tentacles.
did you want to say something else about calamari?
I just want to say it's fun to eat tentacles.
It is fun to eat tentacles because then you can stick it to Cthulhu with every bite.
Yeah, darn right you can.
All
But
right,
then
number
he'll come
12.
stick it to you later.
Number 12 on our list is pho, which
Pho.
is a Vietnamese soup that I love. Have you had it?
I have. It's fantastic. I've only had it a couple of times, but it's basically like ramen that is really super fantastic.
Well, I mean, admittedly, good ramen is also super fantastic. Pho is a different kind of noodle than ramen, and has less of a noodle focus. It's some noodles and then a whole bunch of other stuff like beef and things. And being Vietnamese, you eat it with a lot of hot sauce. But you can add your own hot sauce in most places, so
Right.
wussy Americans can back out of it. Anyway, it's fantastic, and you should all try it.
My favorite thing about pho, just here in Utah, is that there is, I mean, there are whole restaurants that are dedicated to pho, and that's nationwide. But here in Utah, there is the nicest, like, upscalest restaurant in Utah is a place called Lacaille, and it's French, L-A, and then Caille, Lacaille. And that's the expensive place that you go to if you're going to prom and you're rich, whatever.
Yeah,
But
I've never
then
been to Lacaille, actually.
here on State Street in Salt Lake City, in just a seedy part of town, there's a crappy little restaurant that is a pho restaurant called Lacaille, L-A-C-A-I, Lacaille Noodle House. And so I always wanted to. I never did, but growing up, I always wanted to take a girl there and say, "I'm taking you to Lacaille," and then take her to this crappy pho place.
You should do that to your wife.
I should. I should.
We should do it to our parents.
Oh,
Their anniversary's coming up. Let's take them to Lacaille for their anniversary.
sold.
Moving on. Number 13 is peanut butter and jelly. Come on.
Peanut butter and jelly. I
Is,
mean,
is that an intrinsically American thing?
we're
Because
getting-
having that on a list seems like saying, make sure to eat bread before you die. Everyone in the country has had peanut butter and jelly like every day of their childhood.
yeah. So PB&J, everyone loves it except for my wife won't eat it.
Really?
Yeah, she loves
Why
peanut
not?
butter. She doesn't love jelly with peanut butter. She'll put jelly on her pancakes, but she won't put jelly on a peanut butter sandwich.
You know what? She deserves to go to the wrong Lacaille.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
You know what I have always wanted to try?
What?
I want to try the fanciest peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever, which has I want to make one with mango chutney as the jelly, and then like a Thai peanut sauce as the peanut butter. That sounds like it would be awesome.
That would be awesome. That would win you high points on a Food Network competition.
I
And
know.
everyone would say, "Wow, you've really reinvented the PB&J."
Actually, I bet that someone's already done that, and so I would be seen as an also ran wannabe.
That's probably true. Which
Anyway.
justifiably so. When I was a kid, I used to eat peanut butter and lettuce sandwiches.
That is stupid. Why did you do that?
Because my mom talked me into it at one point. It was probably because we were out of jelly, and it's basically like eating peanut butter on a celery stick, which I think everyone has done, but as a sandwich. And yeah, it's not anything that I've really returned to in my life. That was fine. I've had enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then. Very quickly, since we have to talk about stupid peanut butter and jelly, what's your jelly of preference?
Apricot, absolutely.
I love apricot, except I don't pronounce it apricot because I'm not a wanker.
Well, see, I don't know
What's
how
up
to
with that?
pronounce it. I have
Apricot.
always been conflicted. I grew up thinking that it was apricot,
I
and
bet you
then
pronounce it apricot because of the Carly Simon song.
his scarf, it was apricot.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably true. You know, there was a total eclipse of the sun just recently, and I flew my Learjet up to Nova Scotia
Yeah.
to see it. I just thought I'd point that out.
Thank you.
I have no idea the correct pronunciation, but yeah, apricot,
Well,
apricot.
I'm glad our listeners know that you don't know how to pronounce apricot. We even had an apricot tree in our backyard as kids, and you pronounce it apricot like some kind of snooty high society loser.
Well, hey, let me tell you, I do a podcast all about food. And
So we do
so,
a podcast that at this point is 1/3 about food.
yes. The number 14, Aloo Gobi. Do you have any idea what Aloo Gobi is?
Yes, it's Indian and it's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it before, but I love Indian food, so I will take your word for it.
Okay, go to an Indian restaurant and get aloo gobi. It's still not my favorite Indian food is saag.
Mine is korma.
SAAG. It's made with spinach. Aloo though is different, but it's still very good. Dang it! This podcast is making me way hungrier than I ought to be right now. Anyway,
I
number
actually
15. What?
I actually have my breakfast sitting right next to me, but I am not eating it until the podcast is over because I don't want to chew on the air. So
What are you having for breakfast?
I have a little breakfast burrito that I made.
Oh, so you're having huevos rancheros.
No, it's different because
Okay.
it's all wrapped up.
Number 15 is a hot dog from a street cart, which I think is they're going more for the experience than for the food on that one.
Yeah, I've had a hot dog from a street cart, and it was I asked for the works because I wanted the hot dog from the street cart experience, and all I remember, this was many years ago, and all I remember is that it was just so overloaded with pickles and pieces of tomato and all these things that it was impossible to eat. I couldn't get my mouth around it.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how they make fun of people that don't usually eat from street carts, I
think
guess.
that's probably it. There is a great...
The first time my wife and I went to Manhattan, we wanted to get the street cart experience, so we got hot dogs from a street cart, and we were too stupid to know how much it costs. So we asked the guy how much it costs, at which point his brain said, "Oh, stupid tourists," and he charged us like $10 a hot dog.
That's super awesome.
Yeah, and we were idiots and paid it. So
But
anyway,
it was worth it.
so number 15 on the list is pay way too much and put too much on a hot dog from a street cart.
Yes.
Number 16, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Do you know what it is?
Epoisse. It's Epoisses. Epoisses.
Epoisse? Epoisse?
Yes.
Epoises.
Epoises.
Have you ever had epoises?
I've had apricots. I don't know what it is, and I haven't had it. Or maybe I have had it. Maybe it's the French word for PB&J. But
It's way more interesting because it's French.
yes,
Okay, well then we will skip this one and look it up later. And number 17 is black truffle, which I actually have had as a seasoning in pasta.
Really? Where
Yeah.
were you at? Because I've never had it, and it's super expensive. And
It's super expensive and very good. A truffle is a mushroom. I don't remember where I was. I do know I wasn't paying. It was either business lunch or more likely it was an editor taking me out for dinner, at lunch kind of things, somewhere in Manhattan or at a con.
was it worth the money?
It was worth the money that I spent on it. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell because when you're eating black truffle at a fancy restaurant, you know, it's being prepared by a really good chef. And so it's going to taste delicious whether or not it has black truffle on it. And having only had it once, I honestly can't say if the black truffle contributed to the flavor.
That's true.
So I don't know,
Well,
but I've had it, and I was very pleased with myself.
good for you. You show off.
Haha. Number 18 is fruit wine made from something other than grapes. Once again, not a drinker, so
Nope. The
go out
end.
and somebody else who does drink, tell us what that's like.
Yeah.
I've had
I've had juice.
which has got to be the same thing, right? Let's insult the entire industry of wine.
Let's have someone tell us if they've ever had apricot wine, and if they pronounce it apricot or apricot.
If they're drinking wine, they probably pronounced it apricot.
That's probably true. Those snooty wine drinkers. I hate them so much.
All right. Number 19 is steamed pork buns, which I assume they mean baked buns rather than just, a pig's backside. Though I suppose I've had both. Steamed pork buns like the Chinese buns,
I would assume
because
so.
I love those. That's one of my favorite foods in the world.
Yes.
Is the steamed Chinese pork buns.
And there's one place to get them where they're fantastic, where you and I always get them. Seattle, across the street from Pike's Place Market. It might technically be Pike's Place Market, but holy camole, every time we're there.
I can't remember the name of that place, but we always get them whenever we're in Seattle.
Yeah. Ooh,
There was a really fantastic place in Montreal that had them too.
it's good
When I was
stuff.
there for Worldcon a couple years ago. Anyway, yes, go get those. I introduced them to my kids. I took my daughter with me to Seattle last time I toured there, and she was unimpressed.
Well, I'm unimpressed with your daughter.
So am I.
Ugh.
But that's why I had another one. Okay, number 20 is pistachio ice cream, which I've had and didn't really dig. I don't know what the deal is with pistachio ice cream.
I've had pistachio pudding.
Pistachio pudding I really like.
Yeah.
I think maybe I just had bad ice cream. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't had the ice cream, so maybe I should just freeze the pudding and
Frozen pistachio pudding. That's what ice cream is, right?
yeah. What are you doing with your microphone?
It fell, okay?
Ugh, man, I can't podcast with you anywhere.
Okay, number 21 is heirloom tomatoes,
I love
which
heirloom
I'm going to assume is a breed of tomato rather than tomatoes your grandmother passed down to you.
It's several breeds of tomatoes. They are marvelous. I prefer them vastly to most of the standard tomatoes. They're usually different colors. They're
You sound like a tomato hipster right now.
well, that's what heirloom tomatoes are. Is that they're specialty tomatoes that are you basically buy them at farmers markets. You can't usually get them at the grocery store.
Okay.
You
Well,
probably
in that
could.
case,
You probably
I've had
could get them
these.
like
I
at Whole
just didn't
Foods.
know I was being snooty when I ate them.
Yeah, they're different colored. They're awesome.
We
They're really
grew yellow tomatoes in our garden a couple of years ago. They were the best things in the world.
I don't think yellow tomatoes count. These are usually when you see like an heirloom tomato, it's like a mixture of colors. They're usually not as vibrant. They're yeah, I don't know.
They're dye-dyed tomatoes.
They're good. I mean, there's like purple ones and there's streaked ones and tiger ones and leopard print ones and
I want a leopard print tomato so bad right now.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, number 22 is fresh wild berries, which is a no-brainer. Let's go eat some fresh fruit. Of course it's going to be good.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever actually like gone out into the wild and picked berries off something and eaten them that wasn't like from the strawberry bush in the backyard?
I have not.
I don't remember ever actually going out into the wild and eating berries. I would be afraid to eat something that would kill me. But,
Yeah, because of all the poisonous raspberries out there.
well, I mean, you've got your poison berries. There's poison berries
Here's
everywhere.
the thing, though. I've had food that alleges to be wild. I've had fruit that alleges to be wild. But I don't know how that works. Like, market-wise. Is there just a bush that some guy knows is there, so even though he doesn't take care of it, he still goes and picks its berries and sells them?
Well,
Is
I
that
don't
where you get wild stuff?
probably. I mean, for example, we were talking about truffles, and truffles are wild because it is no one has yet figured out a way how to cultivate truffles. You still have to go out into the woods and find them.
Well, well, fine then. Okay, number 23 is foie gras, which I've never had, and I've always wanted to try.
As have I. It's goose rights violations notwithstanding. I've always wanted to try it. Um, yeah, it's basically goose liver, and the way that you make it is that you force feed geese. You put a funnel down their throat and feed them until they're big and fat, and their liver is just overblown, like 4 times as big as a goose liver ought to be. And then you eat it, and it's supposed to be fantastic. And I want to try it. And I'm
Well, that
sorry.
sounds mean to the goose, though.
Oh, it is mean to the goose, and there's like
The
PETA
thing
hates
is
foie
that
gras.
People hate geese. You could never do that to like a cow.
That's
Force
true.
feed a cow until its liver is huge. I don't know. We're horrible to cows too, though, so I shouldn't complain.
That's true. That's true. But geese, they'll just bite you in the butt. That's what geese's whole
I know. Geese
purpose in
deserve it.
life. That's their
Let's
role in
force
the
feed
food
them
chain.
till they explode and then eat their livers.
Yes.
Haha, that'll teach them.
Yeah.
Rice and beans again. This is called Mexican lunch.
It's called grad school.
Yes. Is Top Ramen on here somewhere too?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why rice and beans is on there, and then unless you're talking about like a specific, like there's a very Brazilian rice and beans that I really enjoy. But
Black beans at a Cuban restaurant. The rice and beans at a Cuban restaurant is fantastic.
yeah,
And if you get them from a good anywhere restaurant, I mean, beans are really good. We just make fun of them in our culture because most of the time we get them out of cans, and of course they're bad.
well, and usually I've always said like you can judge a Mexican restaurant, and I actually have always said this. This isn't just me using that phrase. That you can judge a good Mexican restaurant on how good their rice and beans are, because you can do amazing things with rice and beans, but a lot of Mexican restaurants will totally ignore them and just like they're the filler on the plate and blah. But
Yeah.
you go to a good Mexican restaurant and they'll be the star of the dish.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, continuing on, head cheese.
Head cheese is great. Have you had head cheese?
I've never had head cheese.
Okay, head cheese is a misnomer. It's actually not a cheese, it's a meat. It's like a deli meat. And in Mexico, this was called queso de puerco. It's basically like the richest sliced deli meat you will ever have. It's really good, though. If you're into deli meat, that's super rich. Very
Okay,
fatty, very salty. It's all the weird junk from a pig that they don't know what to do with, and then they mush it into a ball and make sausage out of it.
That's awesome. I was at a in a town recently doing some research for a book, and the town is full of Scandinavian people. It was settled by Scandinavian people and still has a very strong Scandinavian influence. And there in the Walmart, they had liver cheese, which is apparently a Scandinavian thing. And it also is a misnomer because it comes from the German word Leberkäse, which means something. And it just
Yeah,
got...
Leberkäse, that's a Schwäbisch dish, which is where I'm moving in Germany, is to Schwabia.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty fantastic. Yeah, but yeah, it has nothing to do with liver. There's no liver in it. Although it is encased in pork fat. So
Actually,
like,
in Schwabia, there in all of Germany, there are rules of how much liver there has to be in it in order for you to call it Schwabian Leberkäse as opposed to normal Leberkäse.
really,
Yeah, because they don't want their good name to be sullied by
too much liver,
by
or
the
not
crap that
enough
doesn't
liver.
have enough liver in it.
Oh, well, interesting. The things that you learn.
The things that you learn. The next one on our list is raw Scotch bonnet pepper, which I don't even know what that's referring to. Is that Scotch or is that a kind of pepper?
It's actually a habanero.
Is it?
Scotch bonnet is just another name for a habanero
Well, then why don't they just call it a habanero?
because they're stupid.
Okay, well, I've had habaneros.
Have you had a raw habanero?
I unfortunately have had a raw habanero.
I have also unfortunately had one because while I was living in New Mexico, a guy who I was having lunch
Did you
with,
get tricked into eating it?
yes, he said he was a gardener, and we would always go over to his place, and he would feed us just fresh chilies and stuff from his garden. And he said, "Hey, you want to try a sweet pepper?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I bit the whole thing. Just popped the whole stupid pepper in my mouth.
Oh,
and,
man. I
I
wish I'd been there.
nearly died. I remember being on the floor in pain and trying not to throw up and drinking milk by the gallon, trying to get the devilish.
What you need is sugar water.
See, I always heard that
Something
it
very
was.
sweet.
I always heard that it was crackers and milk.
Well, chemically, that doesn't make a lot of sense, though. The fat in milk, assuming you have very fatty milk, can help absorb the capsaicin molecules and stuff that make a pepper spicy. But sugar water, like a slurry of sugar, will do it better than anything else.
Really?
Which is one of the reasons I suspect they drink so much Coke in Mexico, is because it's a great way of de-chiliizing your mouth.
Well,
On the other hand, the carbonation makes it worse initially, so Coke is not a real great option.
that's true. Then, therefore, you have your horchata.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there you go.
And
Speaking of sugar water and milk,
dulce de leche.
dulce de leche.
And there's a lot of different kinds of dulce de leche. It can be alcoholic. It can be just normal kind of caramel. But I've had it in various forms, and some are better than others.
I've had dulce de leche cake, and I've had dulce de leche ice cream.
There's a dulce de leche Girl Scout cookie that's not very good.
Oh, Girl Scouts. Don't get me started.
Okay, number 28 on the list is oysters.
And
I love
ate
oysters.
oysters.
What?
Yeah, you and I ate oysters together in.
Oh, I thought you said hate oysters.
Oh no.
No, we love oysters. Oysters are delicious, and they're one of my favorite foods. A nice raw oyster. Like I've had cooked oysters, and I am not impressed. Raw oysters are where it's at.
I have had, I love raw oysters. You and I was interviewing for a job up in Seattle, and I had a per diem, and you and I went out and ate a full day's worth of per diem in oysters, and holy moly, that was some fantastic eating.
It was very good.
But I actually also like you deep fry them and have an oyster po' boy. And that's quality. That's good stuff there.
My favorite oyster stories. I got my son to try oysters. I think he was 7 at the time, and I convinced him on the pier in San Francisco to try one, and he ate it and he said, "That tastes like the oyster." Like no, what did he say? That tastes like the ocean blew its nose into a clam. He enjoyed it, but he thought the texture was just way too gross to deal with.
Yeah, that is like the perfect description of an oyster, though.
The ocean blew its nose into a clam. Baklava. I've had baklava.
As have
I'm
I.
not a huge fan of it.
I like one bite of it. Like, I eat one bite and I'm like, this is fantastic, and I eat 2 bites and I'm like, oh, that was too much.
Well, it's a very rich dessert,
It's extremely rich.
and it's very sugary, and I'm not a sugary kind of eater.
Yeah. I love everything about it except it is just too much to eat in large quantities.
So,
More
in
than-
very small quantities, we recommend baklava to everyone.
Yes.
Number 30 is banya kauda. I'm gonna assume liquor on that one.
Let's say liquor. or Mongolian food.
It'll turn
I
out
don't
that
know.
it's like pasta and we look stupid. But
Yeah, I have no idea.
okay, number 31 is wasabi peas, which I have had and I am not impressed with.
I have not had them. I've had wasabi, but I haven't had, and I've also had peas. Is it the same as?
No, wasabi peas are like a snack food. The pea is dried, so it's kind of crumbly, and then they coat it in wasabi powder, and so it's like the Cheetos of the peas and wasabi world, I guess. I don't know. I
Well,
I wouldn't put Cheetos on this list either, so I don't know why wasabi peas are on there.
no. Well, there you go.
Okay,
The things you learn.
clam chowder in a sourdough bowl.
I'm going to be
That's not-
anti-American and say I don't like clam chowder, and
What?
um, I don't have great love for sourdough.
Well, you, sir, can burn in hell. How can you not like clam chowder and or sourdough?
Well, number one, I don't like soup.
Clam chowder's not soup; it's chowder.
It's,
I mean, you liked pho. Pho's way soupier than chowder.
I know, but chowder, okay, I just don't like it. I don't like.
Is it because you just eat the cheap stuff that tastes gritty?
No, I've had clam chowder from like Fancy Dancy. I've had clam chowder from a Wolfgang Puck restaurant, and I just don't.
Aren't you fancy?
I am fancy.
Did you eat it with heirloom tomatoes?
I did before Wolfgang Puck was cool. Um, yeah, I am not in love with it.
Well,
And eating it out of a
You're
sourdough bowl
wrong.
doesn't make it any better.
yes, it does. Bite your filthy tongue. Which is tongue on this list somewhere?
I don't think so. And filthy tongue probably isn't either.
All right, number 33, salted lassi. Lassi is an Indian drink, like a yogurt drink. I've never had salted lassi, but I've had like mango lassi and rosewater lassi and things like that.
It seems weird to salt a drink. But I guess not. I don't know. I don't know. You have
There's a
salt
lot
on
of alcohol
margaritas.
that you salt.
That's true.
I know this because of wasting away again in Margaritaville, looking for my lost shaker of salt.
Well,
See, this is how I know about alcohol, is from listening to Warren Buffett songs.
well, and I'm sure that all of our alcohol drinking listeners out there are very impressed.
Yes, they're all just shaking their heads at how stupid we are.
Yes. Yes, they
Number 34, sauerkraut. One of my very favorite things to put on a hot dog, a sausage, a bratwurst of any kind. I love sauerkraut.
I love sauerkraut also, and you've got to have like high quality sauerkraut. I mean, even the stuff in a jar is still good, but like if you go to a good German place or a good deli and get real, honest to goodness sauerkraut, it is fantastic.
It's ridiculously good. I am a fan of pickling in general. Almost anything pickled, whether it's sauerkraut or pickles or like escabeche from a Mexican place. I love that flavor. I love the kind of vinegary pickled thing. I've never had a pickled food that I have not loved.
Well, and it goes so well with, I mean, you put it on a bratwurst, something so fatty, and it just is a perfect blend. Oh, it's divine.
Okay, number 35, root beer float. When I lived in Mexico, it was incredibly hard to find root beer anywhere. But once I would, and because outside of America, root beer is stupid, nasty, medicine tasting stuff that nobody likes.
Yeah.
Root beer is a very American thing. And I could, kept trying to convince people, help me find, there's got to be root beer somewhere. You have to try this. And they would try it and hate it. But when I put it in with ice cream, when I made them root beer floats, they were instantly fans of it. Because a root beer float is like one of the best things ever.
It is. It is one of the best things ever. Have you ever had a black cow?
Is that root beer float with chocolate ice cream?
No, it's a root beer float with Coke. It's vanilla ice cream and Coke.
No, but because I was in Mexico, I introduced this to one of my friends, and he's like, that's the best thing ever. And he immediately went to the store and he bought like 5 different kinds of soda pop and 5 different kinds of ice cream and sherbet and just tried them all in mixtures with each other. And Coke with vanilla ice cream. I don't remember if we tried that one or not. We may have. It doesn't sound like it would be especially good.
It
But
actually
Coke
it
with
tastes
lime
very-
sherbet was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, well, Coke with lime is like
Oh, that's true.
the best way to
Yeah.
drink Coke anyway. So
No,
Coke with sherbet, there you go.
Black Cow. It's weird. You put it together and it doesn't taste like either Coke or vanilla. It has a very fruity flavor. It's really good, but it's really weird. So
Oh, it's a brown cow that is root beer and chocolate ice cream.
oh, brown cow.
That's not as good.
How now, brown cow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
36 cognac with a fat cigar. I don't drink or smoke, so no, I have no interest in that one.
Yeah. No.
37 clotted cream tea. I've had clotted cream on
As
a
have I.
an English muffin, but I've never had it in tea.
Nor have I. So the end.
Okay, 38 vodka jelly or a Jello shot.
Again,
Sorry.
Mormon
Okay, 39 gumbo.
gumbo. I just had fantastic gumbo. I was down in Houston, and I had gumbo and shrimp and grits, and man, it was fantastic. No complaints about gumbo. Oh, it's so good.
I'm a gumbo fan as well.
Yeah,
I'm more of a jambalaya fan than a gumbo fan, and those are different things.
those are different things. Yeah.
Jambalaya on this list?
I don't think that it is. Yeah, but
Okay.
gumbo is it's just good. It's good.
Okay. Number 40, oxtail. Like I said earlier when talking about rice and beans, Cuban oxtail soup, oxtail stew. Holy cow, that's one of the best things I've ever eaten anywhere. Was this oxtail stew with Cuban rice and black beans. Holy cow. It's delicious.
See, I had not oxtail soup, but I was down in Atlanta, and this was probably close to 10 years ago, down there for business and all by my lonesome, and went to a southern place and asked them.
Busy Bee Cafe that you keep telling me to go to?
No, that was a different time. This was a different restaurant, and I asked them. I said, "What's the best thing here?" It was kind of served cafeteria style, and I said, "What's the best thing?" And they said, "The oxtail," and you eat it almost like a short rib kind of thing. I mean, it's got the little
Okay.
little bone in it, little whatever the cartilage. And you just eat the meat around it, and holy moly, it was delicious. It was so good.
Now, see, this is a thing, and I know a lot of our listeners, while they may have been turned off by a lot of the stuff we've talked about, I bet that a lot of the American people listening to this are going, ooh, gross oxtail, because we live in the West rather than in the South. You know what? You got to try this. This goes back to the whole point of our podcast of getting you guys to try new things, getting each other to try new things.
Do I dare to eat
Oxtail
an
sounds
oxtail?
nasty because it's the tail of an ox, and we don't typically eat the tail of animals, but it is delicious. It's very, very good. It's essentially just, beef, but
It's just from a different part of the beef, and
it's wonderful.
yeah, and it's so good. It's very different. I mean, one of the best foods that I ever had is not on this list, but the hump of a Brahma bowl, the big hump
Now,
that's
isn't
right
that
over the
kinda
back of its
mostly
neck.
just beef fat?
Yes, but holy camoli, it's so good. It was
Okay.
just divine. But yeah, I mean, what are you doing over there?
Sorry, I moved the microphone again.
You're jumping it back and forth like a crazy person.
You need to calm down and move on to the next thing in the list.
Next thing on the list is curried goat.
That is such a weird thing to be on this list.
I've had goat before.
I've had goat and I've had curry. I've never had curried goat.
Yes.
I can't imagine that it is spectacularly different from curried any other kind of meat.
I've had curried lamb, which is similar to curried goat, I suppose.
Except that curried goat has a worse attitude.
Yeah, anyway. Skipping on, whole insects.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
I actually have never had insects. I mean,
Okay.
that
So
I
again,
know of.
try new things. Um, if you get a good cricket, essentially the way you eat crickets is by deep frying them and then putting salt on them, at which point it essentially tastes like a Frito. So they're very good. One of my favorite things to do was to actually take some and put them in a bag of Fritos and then show them to people and say, there's something weird in my Fritos. But that's because I'm kind of a jerk. But yes, I've had insects. When, again, my son, the 9-year-old, when I told him when he was a younger man that I used to eat insects all the time because I lived in Mexico, he said, "Really? You can eat bugs?" And so we found him a half an hour later outside in the yard, like catching ants and just eating any bugs he could find.
Well, Bear Grylls would be proud. Just because you can eat something doesn't mean you should.
What's next?
Fall, Phaal. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that is either.
Well, good. We're
I'm
out
gonna
of time,
guess
so
it's
let's keep
not
moving.
impressive.
Goat's
Okay,
milk.
goat's milk. I've had goat's cheese, which basically tastes like whatever the goat was eating. It tasted more weedy than any cheese I've ever had.
Really?
I have
'Cause
no
I'm-
interest in goat's milk.
I really enjoy goat's cheese. I like it a lot.
Well, see, goat's milk, maybe it was the milk was more weedy than the cheese was, but wow, it was super. It tasted like grass.
That's weird.
So yeah,
Moving on, single malt whiskey. Mormon.
yeah.
Uh,
Fugu, that's blowfish, right?
It is blowfish.
The poison blowfish thing. I've never had that.
Nor
I'd
have
like
I.
to.
I would love to try it. Yeah. But no, I have never tried it.
Okay,
Uh,
chicken tikka masala.
Yeah.
We've talked about Indian food already. We are big fans.
I'm surprised that on this list, I mean, granted, who knows who made this list, but of all of the awesome Indian food, I'm surprised that tikka masala is the one they chose to put on there.
I'm not surprised because that's the common one.
Well, it is common, but
That's the one that everybody. That's like the entry level Indian food is tikka masala.
yeah, it's not the best one. I prefer like a good coconut korma, like I mentioned earlier.
Tell ya, sog.
Sog's
I
excellent.
go get
I love
freaking sog for lunch after this.
it. Ugh.
Okay, 48. Eel. I have had eel. I've had eel sushi. I've had grilled eel. It's the fishiest fish I've ever had.
I've had eel. Yeah, I've had eel just in sushi. I don't think I've ever had it anywhere else. But I haven't noticed it being particularly fishy. I mean, if you're talking about fishy fish, I think like a trout is a very, very fishy fish.
Yeah, maybe I just had bad eel. It was way fishier than any trout I've ever had.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
there you go. All right, next thing. Krispy
Krispy Kreme original glazed donut. That's like the worst donut in the world.
Yeah, like they're good if you eat. It's like baklava. Like one bite of them when they're fresh and hot is really, really good, and then you're like, holy cow, I can't eat any more of this. And especially the worst ones with Krispy Kreme are when they will put like chocolate on it or something because they glaze everything first. So it's like having a glazed donut plus adding additional sugar on top of the glaze.
Well, plus Krispy Kreme, they
Ugh.
use like the worst chocolate I've ever had.
Yeah.
So I'm not a Krispy Kreme fan by any means. You could get a better donut at your grocery store than at Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
And I will say that till I die.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. I'm not a Krispy Kreme fan. Like again, it's the one bite and it's so good and then you're like, "Oh, I'm going to die."
Well, it's a very southern thing though. Deep fried fat.
Yeah.
Anyway, sea urchin. I've had sea urchin at a sushi place. I don't know.
I have not.
Not especially amazing.
I had a sister who stepped on a sea urchin. I still have that sister. But no, I've never tried to eat one. Speaking
Okay.
of sea urchins, prickly pears.
Prickly pear. Now, I assume by prickly pear they mean the cactus fruit, right?
Yes.
Which in Mexico is called a tuna, and which is one of the most delicious fruits in the world. I don't know why we don't eat more of them in the U.S.
Yeah, I wonder if they can be farmed. I wonder if that's the
They
reason.
totally can be farmed. I have actually done some volunteer work on a cactus farm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. I've had both prickly pear as a raw fruit, and then I've had prickly pear as a jelly or a jam, I guess.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it was really good.
I bet that we don't eat them because of because they literally are prickly. They're covered with spines, and so they're hard to harvest and eat, I guess. Maybe that's why.
Yeah,
None of your easy little apples that just fall off the tree.
yeah. Stupid Americans
You
and
gotta
your
fight
apple pie.
prickly pears.
Uh,
Okay, 52, umeboshi. I have no idea what that is.
nor do I. Moving on.
Abalone. Abalone.
Abalone.
I
I know what that
know what
is,
that
but
is.
I haven't eaten it.
Jinx.
Oh,
If buy me Indian food.
abalone is basically a giant shellfish.
Yeah.
It's
Which
where
you're allergic to.
I'm allergic to, yes, to some shellfish. I can eat
Not all
oysters.
shellfish?
I can't eat. Basically, I'm allergic to clams and scallops. Maybe that's why I don't like clam chowder. I hadn't thought about that.
Ooh, I bet that is why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also because you're stupid.
Probably.
54, paneer. No idea.
Paneer is a another Indian something, but I don't remember what it is. It's like an Indian cheese. Of all
That sounds
weird
good.
things. Yeah. But yeah, no idea.
Okay. 55, McDonald's Big Mac meal, which is
Okay,
why this list is stupid. Because nobody needs to eat that before they die.
they eat that so that they will die.
And everyone you eat will accelerate your death.
I remember when I was young and thought McDonald's was awesome, that the Big Mac was awesome, and then I recently had one. Well, recently, like 3 or 4 years ago, and tried one, and I thought this is like the worst hamburger ever, and the secret sauce like made it really awful, and it was just yucky.
I honestly can't understand why McDonald's is still in business. Because if you have a
Because
hamburger
of
literally
children.
anywhere else, it is a better hamburger than you
Yes.
will ever get at McDonald's.
Yes. Agreed. I think that
Stars.
they have good fries. McDonald's has
I've
good
been
fries.
afraid of McDonald's fries ever since I saw Super Size Me. The special features, did you see those?
I didn't.
In the special features at the end, they take a hamburger from various different, like one from McDonald's and one from Burger King and one from White Castle and all these different burger places, and they put them in jars and just let them sit there for months
And
to
see
what
how
happens.
they...
And they all like degrade and they look horrible. But one of the jars had McDonald's French fries in it, and 6 months later they had not changed. All the rest, like the food was decomposing and going rotten, and these McDonald's French fries looked as fresh as the day they were made.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I am not a McDonald's fan. My children love it, but I think that that's just the want of a toy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Anyway,
56 is Spätzle, which is German noodles, and they are delicious.
they are delicious. You don't think of Germany as having noodles, but they're good.
Yeah, they're these weird kind of misshapen noodles. They're not long, thin, round ones like you'd get in Italy. But they're really good. Eat them with cheese or this brown gravy they put on them, and then it's like a side dish to everything. They're fantastic. I love them.
Agreed. Agreed.
Okay, 57, Dirty Gin Martini.
Nope.
Nothing. 58, beer above 8% ABV. Again, nothing.
Nope.
59 is poutine.
Poutine.
Is very good, and well, it's good if you get it from a good place.
Okay, so you know what I recently heard about?
What?
Wendy's in Canada has now started to offer poutine, and as a promotional way to sell the poutine, they have started what they call a poutition to get poutine made Canada's official food, the official food of Canada.
it's not already?
Yeah, you would think it would be.
Okay, poutine, for people who don't know, poutine is like French fries covered with gravy and cheese curds,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it sound bad, but it's actually really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, 60 is carob chips.
And I know that I've had carob chips before, but I can't remember whether or not I liked them. I remember the thought that I have in my head is that they were kind of tasteless.
All I know about carob is that it can be used as a stand-in for chocolate for people watching their weight.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
nothing about it.
I don't know. I
Never
don't
had it.
remember. Anyway,
Okay, 61, s'mores.
s'mores are delicious. They're fantastic. There's not much to say about s'mores other than they're delicious and fantastic. They're hard to eat because you take a bite and it all breaks to pieces. But
Now, s'mores, I suspect, is another very American thing. S'mores is graham crackers with chocolate and roasted marshmallows. And I put those into one of my books. I think it's Mr. Monster, the second John Cleaver book. They're making s'mores.
mm-hmm.
And the British publisher wanted to change that, or wanted to explain what a s'more was, because their audience didn't know.
Oh, well,
Which
there
is
you go.
sad for you people who don't know what s'mores are. You should
Yeah.
eat.
You generally eat them when camping because you roast the marshmallow on a stick over the campfire, and then you make a little sandwich out of graham cracker and usually a Hershey bar, and it's super fantastic.
Now-
It gets all melty and good.
Like I said, I'm not really a sugar eater. S'mores is an exception I will make because of the experience of roasting the marshmallow with your friends and family, and the nostalgia of, camping as a kid.
Yeah.
So I'll eat it for those reasons, and then I'll go, why did I eat that?
Well, and the etymology of the name, entomology, I don't know, which one's the bug?
Etymology. Put an N,
Etymology.
and then it's a bug.
It's S apostrophe mores, meaning some mores. I want some mores.
Yeah.
That's where
Which is
the name
another
comes
thing
from.
that the British publisher didn't know. So
Yeah, it's a...
Okay.
Anyway. Sweetbreads.
62 sweetbreads, which in the Middle Ages, that meant liver.
It still
That's
does.
still what that means?
Yeah, and I think that would be awesome if you went to your doctor and your pancreas was swollen and he said, you have a swollen sweetbread.
That would be fantastic.
But no, I have never had them. I've had tripe. I don't know what organs necessarily.
Tripe is intestine, though. That's different than the sweetbreads.
Yeah, well, see, I don't know which ones are sweetbreads. I know that the pancreas is a sweetbread, and I know that something else. I know various other organs are sweetbreads, but I don't know what all falls under that
Now,
category.
isn't a foie gras then a subset of sweetbread?
See, I don't know if liver is a sweetbread. I think
Well.
kidney is a sweetbread.
Okay.
I don't know.
It sounds like the sweetbreads are all the nasty organs that Americans don't eat.
Yeah, which is fine.
Except for in hot dogs.
Mmm.
Okay. 63 is Kowlin. No idea what that is.
It's a monk. 64 is currywurst, which actually sounds really good, but I have no idea what it is. I assume
It's a
bratwurst with
sausage. It's like a
curry.
bratwurst, but I mean, wurst means sausage, and then curry just means it has curry mixed into it. So yeah, they're very good.
Sold. All right,
Okay.
durian.
65 durian. Durian is famously like the most foul-smelling fruit in the world. On the old Travel Channel show Bizarre Foods with Andrew Zimmern, durian was the food that he tried 2 or 3 times and it always beat him. I mean, this is the man who would eat anything and he couldn't handle durian.
Yeah,
Um,
and from what I understand, it's the smell.
It's the smell of the food. I have had durian ice cream,
really.
which basically tastes like vanilla ice cream that you left out in an outhouse overnight. It was very good, but it does have a really funky, rotten smell.
That's weird. All right, moving on. Frog's legs.
Frog's legs are wonderful. I love them.
I've never had them, but I hear they're good. I want
You know,
to
I've
try
had them in real places, and then one time when I was on book tour in Portland out of desperation, I just was really in the mood for Chinese food for whatever reason, so I went to a buffet, which is never a good idea, and they had frog legs at this Chinese buffet. I ate like 80 that night. It was awesome.
They were actually good at a Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
Well,
And if you can be good at a Chinese buffet, you can be good anywhere.
well, good. So I've heard that they taste like little tiny chicken wings.
They do.
So
Yeah.
there you
And
go.
and again, this is, Americans are so picky about what we eat, and if it comes from a frog, it must be gross. No, it's not. It's just meat. Losers. It's
Stupid
just
Americans.
a white meat like a chicken, very light. I don't know. They're fantastic. I loved them.
Well, there you go. All right, the next thing, beignets, churros, elephant.
Beignets.
Yes, that's what I
You
meant.
pronounced it wrong.
I'm from New
You
Mexico.
said beignets.
We're allowed to pronounce things wrong. Or funnel cake. So basically fried dough, fried sweet dough.
Yeah.
Um,
See,
yeah.
Navajo tacos. I knew they'd be on here.
Navajo tacos are what?
They're not
No,
sweet.
They're not sweet, and it's fried bread, and it's savory. These are all excellent. I've had beignets, I've had churros, I've had funnel cake. I have never had elephant ears, but I'm sure it's the same thing.
I think it's all the same thing.
So excellent food.
Okay,
Uh,
68 on the list is haggis, which, like I said earlier, I've had haggis, and it's not as bad as people say it is.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and we already talked about it. So jumping on to the fried plantain, which is like a green banana.
Well, it's a much bigger banana, and they're not sweet.
They're starchier.
Yeah, and you fry them and you eat them with cream or whatever. They're really good.
Well, and you eat them like chips. You cut them thin and fry them like a potato chip, and oh, they're good. I enjoy
Well, you
them.
can. They don't have to be cut that thin.
Well, that's how I like them.
One of the best places for Americans to get fried plantain is at a Brazilian restaurant. You can get them there.
Yeah. Chitterlings or andouillettes.
Chitterlings is just chitlins, is how I've always pronounced it.
Yeah.
It's like deep fried intestine, right? Or stomach.
That's my understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, which again, Mexico, I've had that. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And yeah. And I know that it's big. The andouillette. I mean, that's big in France, and it's. I understand that it smells kind of like it came out of the wrong side of a pig, but
Well, only if you don't clean it.
well, no, that's what I mean. That is. I have friends who have lived in France, and they say that is what it smells like, even at the good places.
Okay.
It must be a French thing, but they like that. Jumping forward, gazpacho.
I've actually never had gazpacho. I've had a lot of the really weird stuff on this list, but I've never had gazpacho.
I've never had gazpacho either, but again, I'm not a fan of soup. And the fact that this soup is cold is not a thing in its favor. But maybe it's really fantastic, and maybe I would love it. So,
I think you probably would.
do I
You need to
dare
try
to
it.
eat a gazpacho? We'll see.
Okay, number 72, caviar and blini, which I assume is a different kind of caviar.
Yeah, I have never. Well, I've had fish roe many times, but I don't think I've ever had officially what they call caviar.
I have, but I don't think it was the really fancy caviar. Okay, absinthe,
Yeah,
No.
absinthe. No,
74, Gyetost or Brunost.
I don't know
Any
what
idea
either
what that
of
is?
those are. No.
Okay, 75, Roadkill, which I think is just proof that the guy was running out of ideas at this point on the list.
Yes. I have never had roadkill.
Never had Roadkill as far as I know, but I ate a lot of street tacos, so you never know.
That's true.
Okay, 76 is Baijiu. No idea.
Neither do I.
Which is weird because that looks like a Japanese word, and you and I grew up eating Japanese food, so
Yeah, I don't know.
okay.
Never heard. You never even heard of it. Never seen it on the menu.
No,
77, a Hostess fruit pie.
Again, dude's running out of ideas.
Yeah, I've had a Hostess fruit pie. It tastes like a Hostess fruit pie. You've all had them.
78 snail, which is awesome. I love snails.
Yeah, I enjoy snails also. I've only had them once, but they were delicious. They were very not at all what I expected to eat. I expected them to be very rubbery, and
Oh no, they're super soft.
yeah.
If you like shellfish of any kind, snails are just land-based shellfish. So if you like a scallop or something like that, you'll love snails.
Yeah, yeah. Next one, Lapsang Souchong.
It looks very Southeast Asian.
Yes. No idea.
No idea. Sorry.
Bellini, which is a cocktail, which I have never had, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Yum,
Tom Yum Kai is a Thai soup,
which
and
is
I love it.
yeah, I've also had the soup, and it is delish.
Ooh, this from the guy who doesn't like soup.
Well, I don't like soup, but I like good soup.
My favorite Thai soup is Tom Kha Gai, which Tom Yum is also good. But there you go.
Which one is yummier?
Tom Kha, ironically.
What?
Okay, 82 Eggs Benedict. I remember having this and saying, "What? It's this?" But I don't remember what it is.
Eggs Benedict is basically a deconstructed egg McMuffin. So you've got your English muffin and your egg and your ham, and then you have a hollandaise sauce on it.
Okay.
And
It
it's
must be the sauce that makes it fancy then, that makes it impressive. Because otherwise, it's just eggs.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, the sauce is really good. Good. Yeah. So the next one, Pocky. You know what Pocky is?
Pocky is Japanese candy. It's basically like a stick.
Oh, it's a
Like
stick
a
dipped
bread
in
stick
chocolate or something.
Dipped in chocolate and stuff.
Yeah, I've
It's
had
very
that.
good.
I've had
but
that.
it's candy. It's like putting a Snickers bar on here.
Yeah. The next one is the tasting menu at a 3-star Michelin restaurant.
That is a cheat, is what that is.
Yeah, because it could be anything. Because yeah,
I guess what they're saying here is you need the experience of going to a 3 Michelin star restaurant and eating something,
and
which is,
granted, I don't think I've ever been to a 3 Michelin star restaurant.
well, we'll go to one when we're in Manhattan for BEA.
I think we will. I think we will. Yeah, there aren't a lot of Michelin stars being handed out here in Utah, even at Lakai Noodle House.
Okay,
Kobe
85
beef.
Kobe beef. I have never been able to afford Kobe beef, so I've never had it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try it. It's the best beef in the world, apparently, but never had it. 86 hare, as in rabbit.
I've had that.
I
Tastes
have-
like chicken.
Yeah, very, very good. I've had it. I've had jackrabbit, and I've also had other kind of rabbit. I don't know the other kind, but I remember that when I had the jackrabbit, they made a point of, this isn't your regular rabbit. This is jackrabbit. So I don't know.
Did it taste different than the other rabbit?
I don't recall it. I thought it was good. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't remember.
I had rabbit in Mexico, so I got the experience of actually picking out 2 live rabbits and taking them to a dude and saying, "Here you go, clean these up for us." And he
Really?
killed them and skinned them and everything, got them ready to roast, and then we grilled them.
Did you get to keep the fur?
Nope,
Oh, that's too bad.
I was not interested in keeping the fur.
Oh, well, good. Next one, goulash. We've had goulash.
Yeah, I bet that there's really good goulash in the world, and I've never had it. All the goulash I've had has been bad enough that in my mind, goulash means word for random stuff we threw in a pot together.
Well, I think that's because that was how our dad made goulash. He had a dish that he would make called, well, a genre of dishes, and they were all called Greenland goulash. And it was basically whatever is in the pantry. I'm going to mix it up in a pan and then serve it on top of rice.
Well, yeah, but I've had goulash other places too, and it's the same stuff. I don't know. I was unimpressed with goulash.
Well, there you go. Okay, flowers, edible flowers. I've had edible flowers. They taste like flowers. Um,
One of the really good drinks in Mexico is Jamaica, which is basically like flowers. It's a drink made from flowers that you've stewed, so all the flavor comes out, and it's this dark red, really fruity drink. It's really good.
oh, well, there you go. There's rose water in baklava, so there's
Yeah.
more flowers
Well,
for
and
you.
you get rose lassi as well, which is actually my favorite kind of lassi.
Oh,
Except it tastes kind of like your grandmother's bathroom smells, because of how rosy it is.
mmm. 89 horse. I believe
I've
you've
had
had
horse.
horse. I have not had horse.
Horse tastes like cow. Don't be fooled.
Well, there you go.
I mean, elk's better, as long as we're talking about the four-legged hoofed animals. It's I don't know. It's just horse.
Yeah. Criollo. I have no idea what
Criollo.
Oh,
You have to double. You have to do the double L. Criollo.
do you know what it is?
It is South American or Caribbean. I don't know exactly which. I guess Central American or Caribbean. And it's kind of I hesitate to describe it in detail because I'm going to get it wrong. Yeah.
Well, there you go. So never mind.
Yeah,
Number
it's
91.
it's something that I have seen, but I've never actually tried, and so I can't describe it. 91 is Spam.
I have been in sunny Minneapolis. You go south from Minneapolis about 2 hours to the middle of nowhere, and you arrive at the Spam Museum. And it is a whole museum dedicated to Spam, and it's fantastic. And they have people walking around with their gourmet Spam dishes for you to try. Basically like uh, little waiters serving hors d'oeuvres. And so I had one like bacon wrapped Spam, and I had one that was like a garlic sautéed Spam, and they all taste like Spam.
Apparently, Spam is really big in Hawaii.
I've heard this, yeah.
Like it's all over the place down there, and there's all the kinds of different stuff they do with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I enjoyed like the fancy Spams that I had there, but the texture is just a little hard to get around. It's just so mushy. Even when they were making their fancy Spam, it just
I actually have not had Spam since we were kids.
really.
I feel like I ought to get some and try it.
I think you should.
Little brick of meat and fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, 92 soft shell crab. Love it.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. I had a soft shell crab sandwich actually. With soft shell crab, if you haven't ever had it, you eat the shell, the soft shell. It's you just basically eat an entire crab. Presumably they've gutted it, but you
No,
eat
I
the
don't
shell.
think they do that. I think you just toss the whole thing in there.
Yeah, there's a great restaurant in Minneapolis of the best seafood restaurant I've ever eaten at, other than oysters, in Seattle, was this restaurant in Minneapolis called the Sea Salt Eatery. And I had a catfish po' boy there. I had a crab cake sandwich, and then I had a soft shell crab sandwich, which is basically a hamburger, but instead of the hamburger, it is a soft shell crab. And man alive, it was the most fantastic thing I've ever eaten. It
That
was
sounds
so
good.
good. Oh, it was good.
Okay, yum.
Anyway,
I thought now so soft shell crab. Then that's not one of the shellfishes that you're allergic to, or do you just muscle through it?
no,
Because
the only two that I'm really allergic to are clams and scallops.
that is sad because scallop is increasingly my favorite food ever.
I know, and I love it, and whenever I eat it, I just end up lying on the bathroom floor for a while and moaning and dying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
delight.
Well, I'll find ways to slip it into your food
Thanks.
without you knowing. Number 93 is rose harissa.
Which seems weird to me because I believe harissa is a spice. And so I don't know what rose harissa would be. Harissa is a Mediterranean, kind of a Turkish spice. Um,
You're making this up.
no,
You just want to sound smart.
no, I'm not. I mean, I totally know this.
Did you know there's
Um,
a town in Turkey called Batman?
I did know that.
Well, that's my sole contribution to the Rose Harissa discussion.
Well, so rose harissa, Batman.
94 is catfish, which we already talked about.
I,
It's
I,
wonderful.
yeah, I love catfish. It's excellent, both fried and not fried, and it's good, 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 good.
Okay. 95, mole poblano. Mole is one of the best things in the world. Okay. Mole is a Mexican sauce. Very famously has chocolate in it, but depending on which kind of mole you get, it could have very little or a whole lot of chocolate. It basically, mole was invented, as the story goes, by a nun in Puebla who somebody super important was visiting, and they didn't have anything in the kitchen except for a bunch of different spices and seeds and stuff. And so she took all of it and ground it all together, and she added chocolate to it because this is Mexico, and chocolate comes from the Aztecs and used to be considered a savory food rather than a sweet food. And so, mixed all this stuff up, stewed it forever, and came up with mole. And today in Mexico, you can get hundreds of different kinds of mole. It's so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, I love mole. But I don't know if I've had mole poblano. I know I've had 5 or 6 different varieties of mole. Obviously not as much as you, but I don't know if poblano has been one of the ones that I've tried. So I don't know.
Probably. You've eaten at the Red Iguana in Salt Lake, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, then you've probably at least had it on the sample platter.
No, that's true. That's true.
So anyway, go eat mole, everyone.
Okay, bagel and lox. That's excellent. Lox
Yep.
is a is it a salted salmon or a smoked salmon? It is a salmon fillet that has been cured, according to the internet. Yeah, but
Yes, a
anyway.
bagel with smoked salmon and cream cheese, and
Mmm.
like even at Einstein Bagels, which is not a fantastic bagel place, you can get a little bagel lox sandwich, and they put capers on it, and it's wonderful.
Yes, agreed.
Smoked salmon
Uh,
in general is just delicious, and everyone should eat it.
any kind of salmon. I don't think I've ever had a bad kind of salmon. Um,
I take that as a challenge. Number 97 says lobster thermidor, which I don't know how that differs from normal lobster.
Thermidor seems like a weird word to put in there because all I know about thermidor is isn't that where you store your cigars? Is
I
it a
don't know.
thermidor?
I don't store cigars.
Well,
I don't know where you store your cigars.
well, I store them in a lobster thermidor.
Of course. I've had lobster in many different incarnations, and it is fantastic.
Yes, but what a thermidor is, I can't tell you.
Okay.
Polenta, which is fantastic, but not much needs to be said about polenta.
Polenta is kind of like Italian grits.
Yes. It's got a little more form to it. You can kind of it's
Yeah, you'll often get it like in a little medallion
yeah,
that's
they'll
been
like make it
fried or whatever. But
and
you can
then
do that with
fry
grits
it.
too.
Yeah, so it's good.
But it's good.
Yes.
Jinx. 99, Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. Nothing to say there.
Yeah, no. And then number 100 at the end of our list, which is good because we're like way over the
Yeah, we need to
limit.
go back and cut out all the junk we said earlier.
Yeah. uh,
Number 100
snake.
is snake.
I have had rattlesnake twice. I had it once cooked in a what's the word for it? Why can't I think of it?
Sausage?
No, the it's
Frittata?
a device for cooking.
George Foreman grill.
No, it's a pressure cooker. A pressure cooker.
Why did you have to cook snake in a pressure cooker?
I don't know. Someone made it for me, but it was cooked in a pressure cooker, and that was excellent. But then later, we went back to the same person, and they made it for us fried like fried chicken. And holy moly,
Ooh,
it was
that
good.
sounds like it would be really good.
Oh, it was so good. So, so good. And then the awesome thing is that this place, they would save the ribs of the snake. And
Snake
and
ribs.
yes, and in the center of, well, not ribs like to eat, but the actual bone, and they're
Yeah.
super thin, and they would save them and dry them out and wash them, and then they put them in the center of the table in a little jar, and those were your toothpicks. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, I've had rattlesnake. I've had python. Um, it was pretty good. Hooray for snake. We should all eat more snake.
Go eat snake. So, the moral of this podcast is
We have two
uh,
morals of this podcast.
two morals. One moral is 100 things is too much to talk about in a podcast. And number two is do you dare to eat a peach? You better go out and eat some of these awesome peaches we've been
peaches was
talking
not
about.
on this list anywhere.
What's your favorite peach dish you ever had?
Just yesterday I made peach lemonade. It was awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. Out on the Navajo reservation, I had some lady from South Carolina became a missionary and lived in the middle of absolutely nowhere on the reservation, and and made peach cobbler, and it's the best peach anything that I've ever eaten. And she just made it out of a can. It wasn't fresh peaches, but I think that her being from South Carolina, she knew her way around a peach, and and she was
See,
an old
my
lady.
favorite peach thing I've ever had was our grandma Wells used to make what she called peach stuff, which was just she would like
Oh, it was, yeah.
stew peaches and thicken them with sugar, and then you'd put it on pancakes.
Mm,
And no pancake ever since has been as good without grandma's peach stuff.
that's true. That's true. So, dare to eat some peaches. Go out, one of these things that we've talked about, go out and eat it today and make your world a better place. Anyway, we will see you guys next week. Next week, we're going to be taking it a little bit different. We're not going to be going down a top something list, but we're going to be finally getting to the discussion of books. And not only books, but some young adult books and some adult books. But it'll be a fun, lively discussion, and we will see you next week.